can you learn a language in 6 months? And I think that that's not very realistic. You need a lot more time and exposure and interaction to learn a language, and 6 months is not gonna cut it. However, I think that you can make a lot of progress in 6 months. And so today I'm gonna give you 10 tips on what you can do to start making progress and learning this language that you're trying so hard to get and to master eventually. So number one is to make sure that the information that you're consuming in this language that you're trying to learn is relevant. And what do I mean by this? I mean that you need to like this information, right? If you're reading books, make sure that these are books that you like. If you're watching series or movies, make sure that these movies are movies that you already watch in your native tongue or that you're interested in. Like I said, you need to find these information, these resources appealing. So don't change anything, just use the things that you already like and do the same activities in your target language. That's it. Number two is start now. Why wait? You can use just basic phrases that you usually use and just start saying these words, these phrases in your target language. Don't wait to start speaking the language. A lot of people like to wait. Oh no, I'm going to make mistakes. Most of the times when we wait is because we're afraid to make mistakes. So don't wait, start making mistakes. The sooner you start making mistakes, the more you're going to be okay with the process. And I mean, it's not like you're gonna be making mistakes forever. You're eventually gonna learn from your mistakes and start seeing results. Number three, listen to the language. Exposure. You need to start listening to music in the language. Start listening to conversations in the language that you're trying to learn. Listen to native speakers talk. Listen to music in the target language. And you don't need to do much. You're just finding this exposure, right? You're exposing yourself, and you're just enjoying the process. Again, it's all about just finding this enjoyment in doing very subtle things, but that they're actually changing you and rewiring your brain so that you can understand this language more. Number four, train your body. To hear these sounds, to listen to this music, you need to train your body to do that, because your body is not used to doing these new activities. And that's why most people don't realize this, but you need to be very self-aware. And since you're going to be doing all these new activities in a different language now, then your body, your habits need to change. Your muscles, you need to train your muscles to do these new activities. Number five, check your mood. Make sure that you're in a good state of mind before you do anything in this new language. And that's why I link it to making sure the information is relevant and appealing to you, right? Because when you're doing things that you enjoy, your mood is aligned with that, and you're gonna be having a blast, and just you're not gonna want this learning time to end. And that's when you start seeing, even more results and more progress, because you're having a good time. Next is the content and meaning. First, try to don't focus on the each and every single word. Rather, try to understand the context. So if you're listening to music, don't try to understand every single word. Try to understand the whole idea. What are they talking about when they're singing this song? Do I understand the context? What is really happening? Not focus on just specific words at the beginning. Just wait to try. I mean, a lot of people try to understand everything right off the bat. No, just take it easy and Again, enjoy the process, focus on the context, big picture rather than small chunks of the language. Next, get a little bit of everything. Yeah, okay. Get a little bit of every. Oh yeah, get a little bit of everything, meaning that words, verbs, adjectives, everything counts. So don't worry about, oh, am I learning enough adjectives? Am I learning enough verbs? Am I learning enough nouns? Don't worry about that now. Just if you think it's relevant to you, if you think it's something that you're going to use next time, then it's okay that you write it down. It's okay that you learn it, because everything is adding up. You don't see it, but it's like it's a compound effect, right? It's compounding, and over time you're going to have a lot of words in your repertoire to use when you're speaking the language. Next is to daily basic words. Yes, again, I already mentioned this. Just the words that you're using in your native tongue that are perhaps very common for you to use and you're always using with your family members, with your friends. Try to find out the meaning and how you say them in your target language, because I mean those words are words that you usually use, so why not start using the same words in this new language that you're trying to learn? So do that. Baby steps. Mental images connection. Yes, you need, if you want to this is like a memory hack. If you want to remember the words that you're trying to learn, connect them with images in your brain. So instead of trying to remember how you spell the word, try to remember it with a picture in your memory, right? You close your eyes and you think of the picture of the word that you're trying to learn. So mental images are very good for you to remember new vocabulary, and it'll help you with your memory retention as well. And that was number 9. Number 10 is language exchanges. Go to language exchanges and interact with people that already speak the language at a higher level. Perhaps go see and find some native speakers that you can practice with. Maybe they are trying to learn your language, and so maybe you can have this exchange of knowledge. You learn a little bit from them, they learn from you, so everything works out, because I mean, we're connecting, we're made to connect, we're humans, and so that's what we do. So that's why sometimes you see people that they don't, especially in couples, they don't speak the same language, but there is something else that they find that connect them to each other. So I encourage you to do the same. You don't wait to have a high level in the language. You can start using the language, as I've already mentioned, and going to these language exchanges to talk to people, to interact. Remember, communication is not only about the words, it's about the vibe that you bring to the place and your non-verbal communication skills.